Are you ready to get your freak on? Welcome to Move Like a Contrology Freak. My name is Kira Lamb, and this is a series of Pilates exercise tutorials for the Pilates curious up to the seasoned professional. Let's work on the spine stretch, also known as spine stretch forward. The goal of the exercise is in the name, to stretch your spine. But you'll also notice that it challenges your ability to articulate your spine too, and it'll kind of feel like the roll-up, except seated. In fact, this is your first seated exercise in the mat work series. It'll also challenge your ability to defy gravity and sit up as tall as you can versus slouching. This exercise is introduced at the basic level and you do it all the way through the advanced level. You get 3 repetitions and each time you want to deepen the stretch. I'll meet you on the mat. You just finished your last repetition of the crisscross. Hug your knees into your chest, rock up to seated and extend your legs. Open them a little bit wider than your hips. If you have moon boxes like these, your heels go in the middle of the moon boxes. Press your legs through the floor, lift your spine through the ceiling, lifting the bones of your lower back and lifting your lower abdominals up underneath your ribs. Reach your arms forward and pull the soles of your feet back. Inhale, cervical nod. Exhale, peel away from an imaginary wall behind you like you're doing a seated roll-up. Round forward, but pull your lower abdominals towards the wall behind you. Try to keep your lower back parallel to the wall behind you. Press your legs down, lift your lower abdominals to roll all the way up. At the top, you exhale. Inhale, cervical nod. Exhale, start lifting your lower abdominals as your head rounds forward. Keep pulling your lower abdominals back. Lift your navel to the top of the wall behind you. Press your legs down to inhale. Lift your lower abdominals to roll all the way up. And exhale. One more. Inhale, cervical nod. Exhale, peel one bone at a time away from the wall. Keep sliding your lower back up the wall behind you. Pull your navel to the top of the wall behind you. Go a little bit deeper if you can. Inhale, send your heels forward. Lift your lower abdominals. Roll all the way up and exhale. So try this. Reach forward and grab your ankles and press the backs of your thighs into the floor, lower your head. As you press your thighs down, lift your navel and your front rib cage up to the top of the wall behind you. Pull your lower abdominals in and feel like you're sliding your lower back up the wall. Relax the tops of your shoulders. Keep pressing your thighs down, waist up, reach your arms forward, and that's your spine stretch. Press your thighs down. As you roll up, send your heels forward and lift your lower abdominals. Exhale. Let's do 3 for flow. Inhale, lower your chin. Exhale, all the air out. Inhale, press your legs down. Lift your lower abdominals. Exhale. Inhale, lower your chin. Empty your lungs. It's a breathing exercise. When you have no more exhale, inhale, press your legs down. Lift your lower abdominals. Exhale. One more. Go deeper. Inhale, lower your chin. Empty your lungs. Keep lifting your front ribs away from the floor as your head goes down. Press your legs down. Lift your lower abdominals up. At the top, you exhale. What do you do if this position feels entirely uncomfortable to you? If all you feel like you're doing is gripping in your hip flexors, your shoulders are up in your ears, and your knees are bent? I have 2 solutions for you. The first one is to bend your knees. So you bend your knees so all 10 toes in your kneecaps point up. You press your heels down. As your heels go down, lift the bones in your lower back. Support it with the lift of your lower abdominals. Same exercise. Inhale, lower your chin. Exhale, lift your lower abdominals as you round forward. Slide your lower back up the wall behind you. Inhale, press your heels down. Lift your lower abdominals and roll all the way up and exhale. Option number 2, elevate yourself. You can either use a yoga block, or if you have moon boxes like me, you sit on those. Then it's easier to lift your spine, press your head through the ceiling, arms go forward. Inhale, lower your chin. Exhale, lift your lower abdominals and articulate like you're peeling away from a wall. And when you have no more exhale, inhale, shoot your heels forward, lift your lower abdominals, roll all the way up and exhale. So one common error in this exercise is turning the spine stretch into more of a hamstring stretch. And the way that happens is like this. I lift my spine and then I hinge forward at my hips, which feels like a great stretch in the back of my thighs. But do you see how there's no lift in my spine? This shape should instead look like this. So I'm feeling the stretch in my lower back from the lift in my powerhouse. And then I roll all the way up. So instead of leaning forward from your hips, remember you want to articulate down one bone at a time, just like the roll up. And then you articulate like you're stacking your vertebra one on top of the other to return. Another common mistake is instead of rounding forward is a rounding back. So there's initiation with the cervical nod and then curling your tailbone under to reach forward. So I'm no longer directly on my sits bones, I'm on the backs of them. This shape instead should be here. And then I roll all the way up and exhale. So you want to root your sit bones into the mat, keep them grounded, and just move the top of your Pilates box, the middle of your Pilates box, the bottom of the box doesn't move. And you press your legs down, you lift your lower abdominals, and then stack your waist or your ribs over your hips and your shoulders over your ribs, and then your ears over your shoulders. So another common thing that I see is that in an attempt to keep that nice lift in your spine, that your shoulders elevate. So it looks like this. Inhale, cervical nod. Exhale, as I round forward, my shoulders go up. I'm trying to create that lift by lifting my shoulders. Instead, this shape should look like this. And then lift your powerhouse to roll all the way up and exhale. So what I do is I imagine that my upper arm bones are pressing down on railings. I press my upper arm bones down, lift my spine up. Inhale, cervical nod. As I round forward, my upper arm bones are sliding along those railings. I keep lifting my lower abdominals, round forward as much as I can. To roll up, I press my legs down. I press my upper arm bones down into those railings, roll all the way up to seated. When I do that, I feel the connection between my arms and my back versus tension in my shoulders. So I hope you found that helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment box below and I'll get back to you ASAP. Now, if you're looking for more personalized instruction and feedback, or maybe like an actual class, I teach virtual mat classes on Zoom every single week. Go to my website, kiralam.com, and you'll find my schedule and you can register for class. For a discount, enter the code ContrologyFreak. Go figure. And be sure to subscribe to this channel and you'll get 3 exercise tutorials every week. Thank you.